Okay, so welcome everyone. So I'm just getting into the shuffle right now. I'm doing a reading around the Libra solar eclipse that's going to be coming into perfection about a week from now. The energies are really strong right now, still in Virgo and Pisces. We have Mercury in an opposition with Neptune. So for me today, there was a lot of, my mind was really focused not so much on the mundane, like I had to, work and go to the office and stuff, but I was really feeling myself in more of the otherworldly, more spiritual experience of life today, and I don't know if that was for you too. So this is the first card, the Six of Wands. Wow. So this is fire energy, right? So this might be the Mars energy that's really present in this solar eclipse. Now, in a square, Mars is in Cancer right now, and it's going to be squaring the sun and the moon, as well as Mercury. So we do have a lot of fire present, although Mars is in the watery sign of Cancer. So that is really important. So there's a homecoming here, and a victory, overcoming something with this energy. And so I think this could be the tumultuous waves of the lunar eclipse in Pisces, possibly, that we feel like, wow, we rode that wave and now we're coming into some greater understanding, right, of what we want to bring into our lives, what we want to release, what's important to us. And because Mars, I think, is here and is really strong here and moved into Cancer very soon after the lunar eclipse, that there is a focus on really what is driving us, like what are we passionate about, right? So this is the current energies that we're starting out with here, and we're just going to build from here. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this shuffle and just see if anything else pops. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So this was a card that we pulled last week in preparation to the lunar eclipse, and I was really looking at this as the Pisces card because, I'm sorry, the Virgo card, like the priestess, queen, right? The mastery of the earthly realms, right? The material realms, like really having control over your day-to-day activities and really having a good, give and take with the effort that you put into things and, what you get back, right? So this is like Virgo and Mars energy actually goes really well together because Virgo always has a keen awareness of what they're sacrificing to a greater cause. Okay, let's put a pin in that, all right? So we could be feeling really empowered by knowing what we want to put our effort into right now, right? Okay, I am going to just do, ooh, there we go. Okay, so this next card, the Hermit card, this is actually the Virgo card, actually. I believe the Hermit card is the Virgo card. And, I think this really speaks to protecting your energy, like the energetic hygiene, right? That Virgo is so aware of, right? You can't be productive if you have all sorts of like disorganization and noise and like just like, static. Like you really need to be in a place of cleaning, energetic cleaning. And this can also be around the home because I feel like also, our surroundings is an extension of our state of mind, right? So if we have a really messy environment, then, it's likely that we have a really disorganized, messy mind, right? So with this Mercury, this is a strong Mercury. There's been a strong Mercury since the lunar eclipse and throughout this, eclipse portal. Okay, great. So I'm just going to cut the deck here. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is really what's crowning this energy. Wow. All right. So this is also speaking to the Mars energy. Mars is in the sign of the moon, Cancer, and this is basically the Cancer card, the Chariot. And as you can see here, it's this woman who is on a chariot, and really this is about mastery over water, right? About over our emotions, and to really stay steady and be in control, right? To be in control of the extremes, right, that we could be going through right now emotionally, right? Because Mars could really be bringing our attention to that. And back to the home, I think this is really strong here, that we can look at this kind of metaphor of the mind and the home. And moon is actually really more or less our mind body. This is like our environment, yes, on the outer, but it's also the care that we also attend to within ourselves, right? You know, when we think of Cancer season, it's very much about self-care, right? So in the sign of Mars, it's a little tricky, right? Because we want to go, 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 but we actually have to be a little bit more process oriented. So when we think about the moon and the fast hedonic cycle of the moon and how, you know, it goes into fullness and sheds and goes into dark new moon energy, this is going to be the nature of progress, you know, how we're moving forward. So the key here is to actually really listen into the mind body and really put ourselves into an alignment with the health of it, right? Okay. So the energy that we're moving out of is the Ten of Wands energy. And the Ten of Wands, this is fire energy. And we may have been really taking on way too much. Again, it's that slowing down that Mars wants us to do. And we could have to let go of some things, right? So it's kind of like when you're putting your hand into the cookie jar, you can't really pull all the cookies out. You gotta it's just like, you just gotta pull out one, right? Just pull out one. Okay, well, it's interesting. We got two tens, 10, 10. And 10 really signifies completion, right? 10 of Pentacles is really, it's the mutable earth. It is Virgo again. And so we got this card last week. And actually, I think this is really speaking to the abundance of less is more, right? So I think with like these two cards, it's like, right, less is more, actually. That we need to actually think more about our capability and our capacity to carry things, right? Because, you know, when we don't have the capacity, we could feel burdened, right? Okay. So. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is interesting. This card is actually Danielle Noel's extra card. She has a few extra cards in this deck, right? So this is not a tarot card, but she has inserted this MoonChild. And I'm telling you, the moon is very present, right? So we have the Chariot and we have, you know, this MoonChild. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read you what the MoonChild is because I mean, we could make our own kind of ideas, come up with our own ideas about it and what it suggests, but let me find the MoonChild. I don't know if I can find it very easily. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it here. The moon cards. The moon. Oh, here we go. Okay. The bonus cards. So we have a few different extra cards. Let me just see here. Okay, the MoonChild. Okay. MoonChild, standing beneath the crescent of the moon, a MoonChild rests in quiet contemplation. Feeling the transition of the phases of this great celestial body. Always in her orbit, pulling at her emotions and pushing her in creative directions, she knows she is deeply in tune with its shimmering light. So the inquiry here is, how can I connect with the wisdom of the moon? What moon phase am I currently in at this time? Right. That's what I'm saying, because we have to really be aware of the ebb and flows, right? You know, when we're building energy, when we're shedding energy, right? Like what we are releasing, what we're bringing in, what we're calling in, right? So, you know, this new moon solar eclipse, I mean, new moons, usually people set intentions, and actually this is a south node eclipse. So actually this is really karmic endings and release. So we could have gotten so much feedback from this lunar eclipse that we are becoming aware, because of the strong mind and Mercury throughout this moon cycle. We could actually really be feeling like we know what we need to drop, right? And what we need to foster as far as like the organization of our mind. But it's not that easy, right? We can't really be so mentally oriented, because we have to take into account our bodies. And I think that was a really strong message. Again, Virgo is health. Virgo, is about purity, you know, so that we can be a vessel of the divine. We can be a vessel of higher spiritual energies, right? So I think that this was a strong message coming through for the collective. Okay. So that's, I think, how we're perceiving things. We probably got that feedback, right? All right. There's so much water here. So King of Cups, I mean, King of Cups is, you know, it's this masculine water again. It's Mars. This energy is going to be with us until February. Okay. So the King Cups is always about mastery, and it's always encompassing all the water, right? So this is also encompassing like the scorpionic waters, you know. Venus is actually going to be in Scorpio in this solar eclipse. It's going to be trining Mars. So actually there's going to be positive energy between, you know, Venus and Mars, the lovers. And so I think that there is this great possibility to really bring into union these sort of what seems to be disparate energies, right? And bringing them into harmony, because I think Pisces brought in a lot of feedback on what shadow work we need to do. And so I think that Mars and Venus and Scorpio particularly, you know, that these deep water, right? The deep waters of Scorpio, that Venus is in Scorpio with Mars in Cancer, that it's going to be juicy. That's what I think. So that's sort of what's surrounding, like this is the conditions, the outer conditions that we're all kind of swimming in. And I think so, even though that this is a very airy, you know, new moon, because it's in the air sign of Libra, it's also, you know, again, where is Venus? Venus is in Scorpio. Venus is trining Mars. So again, Mars is a very strong energy in this lunation. So I think it's speaking to that union. King of Cups, yeah, beautiful energy. So, you know, it's all encompassing the Cancer, the Pisces, the Scorpio energy. So really, I think that get in touch with your emotions. Keep getting in touch with your emotions. Neptune is really interesting. I'm wondering if it's going to show up in this reading. Okay, the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is, you know, it's the integrity around the air. That's interesting, because I think that the Libra expression is coming in here, because we're really cleaning the Libra, the house that's ruled by Libra in our charts. And so I think that it keeps going back and forth to the mind body, the mind body, the mind body, because I think there's a need for clarity. And I think Neptune has been fun. And we may have allowed ourselves to maybe get carried away with the water. And I think that there's a chance to continue to be in this solar eclipse. But the Libra energy is really there to help us really cut through, be a sharp mind. And I think actually Mars is also, I think we need to be aware of our mind and how sharp our mind can be, because Mars is also, like I said, it's in a square with the sun and the moon in Libra, right? That cardinal cross, it's cutting. And I think that Mercury is there as well. So there is this possibility of really being harsh, Mars, really forceful with our words. Yeah, I mean, we could be on edge right now. Let's just be honest. We're in eclipse season. Let's just be honest. Wow, again. So this is really the final energies here. This is the culminating energy of this reading, and it's the Tower. So this is the Mars card. So amazing, amazing, amazing. So there's a lot of Mars and Cancer energy here that like I said, I think is really prominent. And the Tower is basically the fall, right? All the foundations of what we've built everything on is crumbling, is falling, is collapsing. And like I said, with the Neptune energy can really be, we've actually might be in this eclipse cycle undergoing a process of disillusionment about a dream, right, that we've had, and realizing maybe it's kind of impossible to try to do, or like it's impossible to try to do these like 5 things, like I've got to choose one of the things, and that it's impossible for me to even accomplish any of them, right? Any of them, because I'm holding on to way too much, right? Or it can be a disillusionment about, I mean, anything really. It could be about a relationship, because this is a Libra eclipse, a disillusionment about a relationship that needs to, be destroyed and build back up again, maybe, or maybe just like it's done, like you can't really go back. It's like, collapsing. So, I mean, this is interesting. And with the Uranian energy in sextile to Neptune, again, this is about maybe awakening to, an old, unrealistic kind of idea and vision, dream. Or on the other side, because everything is polarity, and sextile is opportunity. There could be some difficulty, but the opportunity is that you have a fresh start. Once you're able to be like, it's done. It's freeing. It's actually liberating. So, yeah, Pluto here being in the energy now, as well as into the solar eclipse. I think that this is some deep excavating, and I think that the medicine is to really be kind to yourself. And if you really feel like you want to prepare for these energies, I am doing a shamanic sound journey on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. So you can just comment here on the comments, or I will post a link. I think that they're linked now, so I can do that, and you can go to my Calendly account and sign up and save your seat. Okay, hoping you're moving through the energies with much love, ease, and grace, and I'll see you next time.